All right, you guys, I just wanted to share my kitchen system, my minimalist cooking kitchen essentials setup, whatever you would like to call it. This is the bare minimum that I tend to have. So a way to cook is single burner, and it uses butane, and I found it the easiest way to do it. It's just easy. You can find the butane bottles just about anywhere, and it has worked for years. And then I have a little frying pan and a kettle, which has a big wide mouth here where I can actually cook soups and boil water for coffee, for tea, for oatmeal, for whatever. But it's also handy where I can actually cook oatmeal in here or boil up a can of soup or whatnot, and I can fry whatever I need here. Like, it's perfect for one person. And then along with that, I have a knife, I have a cooking spoon, and then I have a can opener, and I also like to have a cutting board. I think right here is the minimal kitchen setup that I would recommend if you don't want to have a ton of stuff. You want to be able to fry anything, cook anything, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you can think of. For basic cooking essentials. This is not gourmet. This is basic cooking essentials for us minimalist or even extreme minimalist. This is what I recommend, you guys, right here. All right, guys, let's get to the video. The lovely solar powered cooking setup that I have now. Previously, I had more of a gas powered setup, but now I'm going electrical, I'm going electric, I'm going solar battery. So here we go. What I have is the Bluedy, but I call it Bluetti because that's what I read. But I've heard it pronounced Bluedy. So we have the Bluedy EB3A. It's 600 watts. It's also 268 watt hours. And this works perfectly for my needs as far as cooking. This right here is an electric hot pot. It's made from Desin. It's 2-liter capacity and it's non-stick. So it works awesome for breakfast, lunch, and dinners for me. And it's pretty big, like my whole hand fits there, and it's deep, guys. So I have found that this is a perfect minimalist kitchen essential that I would ever need for my van setup, you guys, for cooking in my van. And along with that, I have a knife. I have the spatula it came with, which is, I believe it's silicone here, so it doesn't scratch up the non-stick material. I also had these two, which this is a rice paddle, and this is a small silicone cooking spoon. And I have just kind of paired this and made that a spoon rest. But it's multi-purpose because it's kind of, not that deep, but it holds a little bit of broth, so I'm able to scoop some soup if I need to. And yeah, so I just transferred it from my previous cooking setup. And we all need a can opener. And I believe that it's handy to have a cutting board because you get to chopping fruits and veggies and all that, and that's pretty useful for eating healthy, for cooking your own meals, for prepping your own meals. But yeah, you guys, I think this right here is the bare minimum that somebody can have inside a van, inside a car, inside a hotel room, a dorm room, if you have a roommate situation and you make your own kitchenette, whatever the situation may be, maybe you don't want to spend that much money and you only want like a handful of things. Well, this is what I recommend, guys. If you want to go electrical instead of gas, do with some kind of setup like this. Now, if you happen to be using this for a hotel, then of course you're not going to need your solar battery there. And you can just use a hot pot. And then these basic essentials, which more times than not, we need the can opener. And then since this is non-stick, I use silicone or plastic or anything like that. And we all need a knife. And with that knife to cut, you need a cutting board. So there you go. But yeah, guys, this is the minimalist kitchen setup essentials, or even extreme minimalist, that anybody could use, especially if they don't want to spend too much money or they don't want to have a bunch of things. This is what I would recommend for your cooking essentials right here.